Sudani is slowly allowing banks to be relicensed again, but he's bringing in these currency exchange centers as well. When he relicenses a bank, he will have full control of that bank. When he brings in these money exchange centers/banks, he will have full control of them also. Sudani and the CBI watch every process of the monetary reform. They will be giving a percentage to these centers and banks of the volume they will be bringing in. It is a symbiotic relationship where they will both benefit. Removing zeros and revaluing the Iraqi dinar. The term redenomination, or as it is called, removing zeros from the currency. Countries usually resort to it to address rampant inflation and the decline in the value of the local currency, as the old currency is replaced with a new currency at a fixed price by removing at least 3 zeros from the old currency. Currency revaluation becomes necessary when it comes to hyperinflation because it takes a very large number of old banknotes to facilitate trade. An example of this is what happened in 2006 when Zimbabwe renamed its currency at a rate of 1,000 old Zimbabwe dollars for a new Zimbabwe dollar. Renaming the currency is a complex decision that requires a comprehensive study. Sala on TV saying a new monetary and financial system that allows acceptance of the international instability of the currency is imminent. Frank, that would be because they are releasing a new exchange rate. Articles on the exchange rate are sounding so much like what we saw in Q8. Deletion of zeros and revaluation of Iraqi dinars. This article talks about what is involved and why they need stability, and they have ticked almost every single one of the things needed to revalue. There are open conversations going on in Iraq talking about the changing of the value of the dinar and the deletion of the zeros. We were told that this is definitely the week, and that individual was a member of the new United States Treasury. I believe that that's a good assessment of where we are, so I'm very excited about where we finally are in this quest. Parliamentary Oil Committee expects to approve the oil and gas law during the current parliamentary session. I believe they will show and expose the real effective exchange rate to the currency, and there will be a period of time they're going to monitor and adjust. Doesn't matter what the exchange rate is. They have to make adjustments. Things change in societies and cultures. Once you see the HCL, you will see the new exchange rate. They have to go hand in hand the same way your lower notes need a new exchange rate. They also have to go hand in hand. International Development Bank achieves a net profit of 74.4 billion dinars. 30 billion dinars profits of the regional commercial bank until the third quarter. Abdul Hussein al-Yaziri, a member of the Iraqi Parliamentary Finance Committee, 2014 will witness the deletion of zeros from the Iraqi currency. He noted that the deletion will occur in coordination with the CBI, and that as a result of the project, the number of banknotes in circulation will be reduced from 4 billion to 1 billion. Opening of cash centers as planned is another method to reduce the note count as stated in this past Delete the Zeros article snippet. Question: don't you love these bank centers opening in Iraq? The corrupt weren't percenting the Iraqi people for many decades. But now the government, Sudani, along with the CBI, have their banks under control. These centers will be paid a percentage for every account that is opened, for every zero note that is brought in, to have total control over the monetary reform process. The IQD rate on the QFS is $3.96 marks, that is well within the range that I am expecting to see. Iraq exports goods to China worth about $30 billion in just 9 months. Member of the Parliamentary Oil, Gas, and Resources Committee, Kazem al-Tawki, confirmed today, Thursday, that the draft oil and gas law is awaiting approval within the Council of Ministers, indicating that the joint committees between the federal government and the regional government are continuing their work to decide on the law. Al-Tawki told Al-Maluma Agency, there are controversial articles that hinder sending the draft oil and gas law to the House of Representatives, noting that the draft is still in the government's possession. He added that the oil and gas law is still on the government's discussion table, noting that the relevant committees are continuing their meetings in the hope of reaching an agreement on the controversial articles. He stressed that there is a common vision between the governments of Baghdad and the region to complete the oil and gas law file and send it to the House of Representatives. Deputy Chairman of the Parliamentary Economy and Trade Committee, Yasser al-Husseini, confirmed today, Thursday, that Iraq loses 7 billion dinars annually due to fraud by a foreign company. Al-Husseini told Al-Maluma Agency, the Ministry of Industry has concluded a joint operating contract with the foreign private company Smart Cloud. He added, Iraq loses more than 7 billion dinars annually without the foreign private company providing any service to Iraq since 2020 until today, noting that Smart Cloud continues to contract with other ministries with false priorities.